honestly, I just, in general, love redheads with freckles, so Ishmael, fucking beaut. Hey, welcome back to more Limbus Company. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we continued some Canto... Well, okay, we did... we mostly did the minis. And this time, we'll be continuing on with Canto 5. But we're going to start with grabbing Zwei Ishmael Abtei 3. Ishmael, if you will.
This contract lasts 3 days. Any non-nest residents during this period will not be a priority protection target.
3-day contract, priority protection targets, and nest residents. Dozens of people are lined up in rows and columns in an empty lot. Hot sun blazes over their shoulders. A child quietly whispers, repeating the information listed in the briefing by the association. Her eyes are full of fervor. After spending several years living under the punitive and ambiguous laws of the Great Lake, this behavior naturally becomes something of a habit to her. She repeated and memorized whatever information was given to her like it was her duty to do so.
X-Corp has requested the help of the adjacent M-Corp owner of the Lunar Visage, but they will not be a part of this contract. They're currently absent on an expedition. Even so, the alloy excavation site we're responsible for is comparable to the size of a village in District 24. Therefore, it can be said that the difficulty of this mission isn't too... since it's a wing, if it's an alloy excavation site, it's gotta be pretty risky, and the site that you're responsible is... Huh? She sounds like it's when they're about to depart on a new contract. Most other fixers are just yawning or zoning out, staring at the clouds go by, but she's fully focused on the briefing. Then, you're recognized, Knight Ishmael of Section 3.
She asked a quick question whenever she grew curious about something, just like she's doing now. Isn't protection of that excavation site currently managed by District 24 Advanced Excavation Fellowship and X-Corp Alloy Guardians? I know it's near the border, but it's still within a nest, isn't it?
X-Corp sent us a notice of cooperation request. They'll be absent from the site for about 3 days, apparently. As of this fire, we're contracted to protect that designated area. You're under the jurisdiction within District 24. Does that answer your question, or do you have any further questions?
No, it does answer my question. The child shook her head before standing with her hands behind her back. She tried to focus on the briefing again. More for the annoying chatter coming from behind her, all that is. Our territory protection contract's starting to get old. Should have applied for the Order of the Land's End. At least the expeditions into the ruins would have kept things interesting.
M-Corp's right next door anyway. The whole endeavor's pointless.
Child coughed lightly, then whipped around in hopes of putting a stop to the incessant chatter once and for all. Of course, the child's every word was dripping with barely suppressed annoyance. Can you zip it and pay attention to the briefing, please?
We're paying attention.
Yeah, are you, though? 4 minutes ago, the director already answered your complaint regarding M-Corp's Order of the Lunar Visage that doesn't have time or resources to help us out because they're busy with an expedition.
He's probably just saying that keep us on our toes. Remember our last contract when they said there wouldn't be any reinforcements, and there were?
Well, they're called actual excavation sites, right? Hellholes. Literal hellholes. We do have to stay on our toes, because who knows what kind of monster might come crawling out of the dungeon. Seriously, it's... The child curled out her fist and let out a frustrated sigh. Never mind. You do you, I guess. Just keep going like that, and you'll eventually find yourselves up shit creek without a paddle.
Fine! Or you quit staring at us and pay attention to the podium!
Perhaps it's worked. The child was allowed to focus fully on the director's briefing. It wasn't long before the chatter resumed. The child had given up on lecturing them, however. It was better to tune them out and focus on the briefing rather than trying to get them to shut up. The wisdom of her choice became apparent not long after the briefing.
Help! Monsters from the tunnels!
A terrifying civilian is shuddering, cornered at the dead end of a tunnel. Next to the civilian are 2 dead bodies in armors, sprawled unceremoniously on the floor. There's a clue what happened here.
I knew things were too good to be true when I spent a super ally mark away from this tunnel!
The various types of the excavation site monsters and the environs had been explained in detail during the briefing, but these 2 fixers, who neglected to pay attention, did not know what to do in a case of emergency and met their demise. This was the consequence of even the briefest moment of laxity in the city. One of the monsters picked up a spiked bat and found the excavation site and charged the miner. The civilian closed his eyes, realizing this would be his final few seconds on Earth. Knew it. Glad I got to in time. But a great sword that appeared from outside his line of sight stopped the spike bat dead in a striking arc. Instead of the crushing sensation of the spike bat to his face, however, the civilian heard the sound of metal striking against metal. He carefully opened his eyes.
You're a fixer? When I was told this extraction zone was assigned by only 2 of you guys!
I was doing special controls in this area. I had a bad feeling something might have gone wrong.
Please be careful! I already killed 2 of your colleagues. If they kill you, you're really done for! Oh, what can one fixer do that 2 of them done it?
I can see that. Wish you could tell him I told you so right about now. As far as civilians were, the child had no problems repelling the monster's attack from all directions. At first, the monster attacked her with abandon, emboldened by her passive defensive stance. But they all soon found themselves rolling on the ground, gripping the arms and howling in pain. The recoil from shutting your greatsword was actually hurting them. Sit tight behind me until the reinforcements get here.
How long can you hold out for?
See, 2 days should be a piece of cake. The serenity of her dry statement heavily contrasted with the peril that surrounded her. The child stood her ground the entire time while she waited for reinforcement to come. The survivor fixes arrived a few hours later. They found a civilian completely untouched and surrounded by bodies of unconscious monsters holding their broken weapons. You're here. The child who's polishing a greatsword to get the dirt off his blade. Let me tell you, that's something that Ishmael does very well. Is that whole defending thing. Like, in terms of... maybe. In terms of tankiness, it might be the very best in the entire game. It is absurdly strong as a tank. Pop into the club, part 2. Yeah, we'll grab Zvalia first. Pop those. So yeah, we don't have a full team of sinking, but we're close enough. I can't believe they're letting us in like this. Let's go. I just got him. The bouncers weren't letting us in, that they're face down in some ditch or fleeing, and we're just letting ourselves in. But I guess I wasn't in the mood. You here with anyone? Yes, I have 12 companions with me. 12?
Hey, get over!
Sorry for disturbing you. Okay, well, let's do the famous Marlin dance of our beloved Marlin port. Arms out like this. Swing and lock. Swing and lock. So this boom and bass. Doesn't sound like I've wrapped my entire brain matter. Get out of my way or I'll be sorry. Ishmael swung her mace, shattering a nearby table to pieces. It's more than enough for clubbers to realize the seriousness of the situation. They quickly ran to the exit and vacated the club. Kind of surprising that Zvi Ishmael got the most damage. Alright.
Now face rage!
Yo ho ho. Oh. That's awkward. You better tell us where your boss is before things turn ugly.
You drink choke milk before you start toasting around stretch like that, laddie.
I'm serious, talk with the nice thing express your skull.
Okay, that's cool, Joe. Get ready if it's what you look for. First place, you know.
Directions.
Restroom at the end of the corridor.
Go. Not that way. Get out of this club.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you get better at this, aren't you? I don't like complimented for doing something like this. I just think we have to get the hostages as soon as possible.
I like getting around to my shouty pirate voice. Yo ho ho, with a pile of rum? No, bottle of rum.
Ah, you certainly made a mess out there. Tell me, who sent you? Our rival captain? Or you looked at my head for about?
And the boss here?
Yeah, it's me. First mate of Twin Oak Pirates. Oh, you want to see me? Want an autograph?
Well, that's informed you were the second in command. Seek your spirit. Just for the world.
Look, that ass has to be drowning in bottles of fairy wine somewhere. 3 sheets to the wind. Pretty much around this joint. The fuck doing all, you know? And you got to understand our predicament. The perfume business has never been the most lucrative venture at this part, so we're just looking to branch out. Purely business decision, devised by none other than yours truly.
Understood. You must have the information we seek. We're in search of a certain individual held hostage by this establishment, and with information regarding his whereabouts.
Hostage? Oh, a crude choice of words. We prefer to call him our guest.
Guest?
How about a deal? Tell me everything you know about Queequeg, and I'll see to it that the guest you're looking for safely return. Besides, that guest of yours, he's a big shot, isn't he? I'll see something's team leader. And one of you's a friend of Queequeg, innit? Tell me everything you know about Queequeg. She up to who she's with, last thing she said, you won't hear all of it. She's down to remind you we've got the upper hand here. Wish I could tell you, really do.
Surely this will have no foreshadowing in terms of Ishmael's character.
I'm gonna talk through this fight because it is a mini-boss, I guess. I mean, mini-boss is actually pretty apt to say. Because this encounter can show up as a elite encounter in Mirror Dungeon, or Mirror Dungeon Heart at least. Again, like, that's not terribly difficult with the, like, I mean, for the most part, like, the normal parts, they're not that difficult. but still. Honestly, I probably would be best off to just hold up. Here, let's do something like that. Why not? See if we can swap on over to negative coin. Right, we're in the negative coins? No, we are not. We're still in positive coin, but right now we just have a tier sharpened. For this turn at least. Yeah, that's fine. We'll deal with it. That'll gain us 1 Arcana. I really should play around a little bit with Solomon Song, but just haven't gotten around to it yet. And like that would be a smart decision, but why would I be smart when I could be not smart? Ever consider that? Let's actually swap to that. Try to be a negative for the mini boss. Just negative. Negative KOD does a lot of damage. There we go. Alright, minus 40, which we'll be able to just like stay at the entire time. I mean, 198 with a skill 2. Yes, skill 2. Right? Yeah, because her skill 3's a pride, yeah. Just the skill 2 we're doing, again, I mean, it's to a staggered enemy, but still, 198 damage is a fucking lot. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, Wild Hunt. Jesus. And I believe this will swap down to negative as well. Yep. Pew! Yes, then Smee will show up. She has 3 ammo, which she can use on... Is it just the 1 skill? Yeah. I mean... You could also do that. But... yeah, she can nab that. He's fine. In more ways than one. Hey. Whoa, hey. I think that has attack weight right now. So we can just take a look. Yeah, Don's not having the best day out there. Yeah, I don't think this has attack weight right now. Nope, never mind. I just didn't see the other guy that got fucking exploded. Now right now, just because of our very good IDs, we're not having too much of a problem, but oh boy, there will be a fight later on that will give us a problem, don't you worry. Wait, you better stay away, lay a finger on me and you won't regret it. You have no idea who's looking after me. What? Don't freaking out now. A big brother from the middle. Oh, BB. And this Queequeg, I'm gonna put a pretty hefty bounty on her pretty head in case you didn't know. She's not only dared to quit the middle, but also decided to fall off the face of the earth. That's what's called prime stupidity. Given that middle never forgets. You finished? Still gonna kill me? Sorry, miss. Now I'm about to leave any loose threads behind. It's the middle we're talking about. The middle! Don't you know who they are? Fine, I'll tell you where your friend is. Shipping container you're looking for. We keep our living hostages in shipping containers marked with a green triangle. See a recent catch, go find him on the east side, probably. Green triangle, huh? Well, there's more than one of those. It's in a different shade of green. We're just lying to get out of the pinch. You should be able to tell. You should be able to tell right away. I'm serious, please. I have it. She has more than enough confirmation. Happy now, Sinclair? Claire's front, but Isabel didn't seem to care. She stood there rubbing the wrist of her weapon arm. It almost appears as though she was measuring the amount of strength needed to turn Smee's head into a pulp in one fell swoop. That could cause a lot of trouble. We know what hostages, and I think that's good enough. Let's head back. I don't think they need to convince you, manager. Kindly get out of my way. I don't want to waste any more time on this. That's a waste of time killing me. We'll just go on our merry ways, huh? Disagree. Ishmael! We'll be pretty fast. Ishmael's eyes were lost in wandering. She swung back her harpoon arm, ready to strike, and before I even realized what I was doing, I was leaping in the way. Executive manager! Dante, are you insane? You're the one who's insane! You dare lay hand on executive manager? Is insubordination not enough? Smart choice. Can't be a big brother or big sister would have gone after you. I recall the time when the exact opposite happened. When Ishmael leaped in front of me, taking the malfunctioning machine's bullet in my place. I called my name as her body liquefied. As though she had faith that my name alone could make everything right again. Just take a harpoon for that bitch. Bam the bitch to the side, one hate in the face. Stupid clock face, you understand? Yeah, boy, you really did what the heck of a harpoon. This really hurt. Could you please stop with your stupid goddamn quips? Executive manager. Her words and actions are more than enough to constitute a full mutiny. We made an attempt on the life of her direct superior. No longer sit idly by and watch. We may not have the punitive authority. We must make a detailed report of these incidents and relay it to the higher-ups of the company that discuss our future actions. It's chaos. I chose to get in her way. It's not okay! An individual has consistently and repeatedly caused serious setbacks for our mission. And that executive manager is crossing the line. Otis. I said it's okay. I didn't take the harpoon for that woman. I took it for Ishmael. Huh? When you flip a switch and decide to become a humanitarian all of a sudden? You never dirty your hands with a drop of blood. Not even once. You sat back and ordered us to bloody ours in your stead. Now you're telling us to what, ease up on the murders? What are you even trying to say? You didn't want us to get traumatized anymore? Some touchy-feely shit like that? No. Just my intuition. It probably wasn't very convincing, was it? No. Of course not. Intuition comes from experience. From memories. Remember Jack all before the clock, Dante. How can I trust your intuition? That one. I think she's in a pretty important position of power, at least in this district. Killing her before thinking things through could complicate things. Could you hear that not killing her could also complicate things? Just think killing everyone in our way, left and right, is like this. It won't help us in the future. The future, huh? Sorry, I can't. I don't have a better explanation for what I just did. I don't know how far in the future you're talking about, but I'm sure we have different things in store for us there, Dante. Dante, you don't have to put yourself at risk in such a manner again. Come on, that always comes from one of you guys. Not very convincing. Responsibility of 12 lives upon your shoulders, Dante. Thus, you must watch yourself 12 fools. Doubly so, in that should you perish, we do not possess the means to bring you back. And when it's not going to be brought back, leave behind an unbearably painful void. Your song was right. My shoulder wasn't an unbearable amount of pain. You alright, Clockhead? Yeah, I'm good, the clock's words. What? Is that what? There you bugger. No, there either. Maybe it just took you a while to lose it, huh? I thought we at least had one sane person on the bus, but you're no different. Heathcliff shook his head and walked away. I love the fact that Dante is their own character. Like, objectively speaking, stupid fucking decision on Dante's part to do that. But it's what Dante decided to do. That'll do it for this time. Next time we continue on, and we'll probably make it to the next quote-unquote, well, the next locale of the canto. But until then,